Alright, here for this problem, it's a complex fraction that we want to simplify. So we got 8 over a plus 4 plus 2, and all of that divided by this here in the denominator, 12 divided by a plus 4 minus 2. Remember, this is called the complex fraction because we have the main fractional bar here, but the numerator consists of one or more fractions itself, right? Same thing with the denominator. Right? There's actually two fractions here, right? So, there's a couple ways we can tackle this, but one approach is, let's just simplify the numerator, right? There's essentially two fractions here. Let's combine that into one fraction. So really, this is 3 palms in one. Okay, so we're going to simplify this separately, and then we'll simplify the bottom part separately, and then we'll see what we can do with that. Okay, so let's begin, right? We got 8 over a plus 4 plus 2. Right, now remember 2, it's a fraction because the denominator is 1. Okay, now we are adding fractions here, so we do want the LCD. So the LCD is just going to be the a plus 4, right? So a plus 4 over 8, that doesn't change, right? Now what happens here? Right, because we're putting an a plus 4 in the denominator, that means we have to multiply the numerator by a plus 4 as well. Okay, so when we combine these, right, they have the same denominator now, of a plus 4, now we can just add the tops, the numerators together, right? We get 8 plus this guy right here, right? This is 2a plus 8 when you simplify that. So we get the 8 plus 2a plus 8, that's just 2a plus 16. Okay, all over a plus 4. And this is what the numerator is equal to, right? Just this guy right here. Okay, so we've simplified this into this right there, right? There's one fraction now. That's good. Okay, so now we should do the same with the denominator, right? We get 12 over a plus 4 minus 2. And same idea, the 2 also had the denominator. In this case, it's still 1, right? So the LCD should be a plus 4. And we want an a plus 4 for the other guy. Okay, but what does that mean? If we multiply this by a plus 4, we're also going to multiply the numerator by a plus 4. So let's go ahead and do that. And we see here that by doing so, right, we get the denominator, which is a plus 4, and then whatever the numerator tells us, right? So it's going to be 12 minus. Now here's where you got to be careful, right? Because of the minus sign, we do have to distribute both terms, right? So it's going to be 12 minus 2a. Okay? But it's going to be minus 8 here. Yes, when we simplify this, we get 4 minus 2a over a plus 4. So we've done these two parts essentially separately, right? We've done the numerator, which we simplified into one fraction. We simplified the denominator here also into one fraction. Okay, so let's rewrite it. Okay, so we get the numerator, which is 2a plus 16 over a plus 4, divided by 4 minus 2a over a plus 4. Right, the good thing about doing that is we're going to use this property, right? If we have a fraction divided by a fraction, okay, what can we do in that case? Okay, we know that this is really, we can rewrite it as a over b divided by c over d. Okay, but then we never divide by fractions, right? What do we do instead? We multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, but remember, we can only use this property when there's one fraction on the numerator and one fraction on the denominator. Right, so that's the whole point of combining these, right? We combine them into one fraction. So now let's rewrite it, right? It's 2a plus 16 over a plus 4 divided by 4 minus 2a over a plus 4. Okay, but once again, right, here's where we use this little trick here, right? We're going to multiply, right, by the reciprocal of this fraction. Okay, so we get 2a plus 16 over a plus 4 times now a plus 4 over 4 minus 2a. Okay, and from here we see a couple things happen, right? The a plus 4's do cancel out. Okay, and we can actually can't factor out. Okay, so we get 2 times a plus 8 over 2 times 2 minus a. Okay, so we're going to factor the 2 out from this guy. We're going to factor out the 2 from this guy, and we see that the 2's cancel out here, right? See the 2's cancel out, so what's the final answer? Right, we get a plus 8 divided by 2 minus a, and that's going to be the final answer to this guy.